Hi everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow. So we're starting off by talking to this old git. Basically earlier on, if you try to get higher up, then if you try to get past this area, like to just continue on without getting Oak's parcel, he kind of stops you and basically says, "Hey bitch, you can't go further." What was I doing here? Why did I take... Wow, I took a while. But yeah, and he shows you his bullshit skills of just throwing a Pokeball at Oh, it runs away. Yeah, so it kind of shows you how to catch a Pokemon and it kind of doesn't work. So now he has to fuck off. Oh, yeah, I think in Yellow they changed it. From Blue and Red, because in Blue and Red you could basically, if I remember correctly, once you didn't have to talk to him, and that meant you could do the missing no glitch, and so they kind of stopped that. Nidoran Male. This is the, because in this part basically we're trying to get Pokemon ready for the first gym. Nidoran Male I think is normal poison. And to be honest, the Nidoran line, whether male or female, is actually pretty good, because Nidoqueen and Nidoking are actually pretty good Pokemon. But I don't think I'll be using one in my party. Spearow. This is the attack-minded kind of bird type. Has better attack-based, attack stats than Pidgey and all the Pidgey line does. And Nidoran Female. I think this Nidoran Female is just normal type. You can evolve her into Nidorina and Nidoqueen. Again, pretty good all-round Pokemon. Good attack stats, good defensive stats. Doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. So, yeah, overall, pretty good Pokemon line. But I'm not using that. I'm after one particular Pokemon in this area. There are two Pokemon I want to get for the first gym, and one of them is here. And here he is, the fat prick. This is Mankey. Mankey is a fighting type. And is really useful for taking on the first gym leader, Brock, because fighting is strong against rock type for some reason. So yeah, we've caught Mankey. Sorry, fucking hell. We've caught Mankey. He's a pig monkey Pokemon. Probably won't use him for the entire game, but like I say, useful for Gen 1. Sorry, for the first gym. Oh god. So anyway, what I did next, I basically did some grinding. Got Pikachu and Mankey up to around about level 9, I think. 8 or 9. And if you go this way, you can actually, that's the way to the Pokemon League, which is our end game goal. But go up here and it's your second battle against Gary, or the rival. He's got a level 9 Spearow, and I think his Eevee is level 8. But we've got Pikachu, so his Spearow is going to go down pretty quickly. And he hasn't even used an attacking move, so yeah, bye. You're dead. And then he's got... And Pikachu's not level 9. Nice. Yeah, Eevee. Do I change? No. Yeah, so Eevee is at level 8. And... Oh god. Yeah, Eevee doesn't have a lot of weaknesses. I don't think... it's kind of like Eevee doesn't have a lot of... It doesn't have really weaknesses, but... It doesn't learn a lot of moves, I don't think, as Eevee. They're all kind of normal moves, which are kind of not all that useful, which is, why you want to evolve it, use a stone to evolve it into something else. To Jolteon or Vaporeon or Flareon. Gets better attacks and gets better stats as well. So yeah, I decided to go this way just because I wanted to basically check just to make sure there was nothing down here. No. But yeah, that's the way to the Pokemon League in Indigo Plateau. We're not going to be going there for a very long time. So, we're done with this area for now because we've got all the... I've got my Mankey. So now it's time to move on. Right, that gym, that is the last gym we have to go to, I think. So yeah, oop. What am I doing? What am I doing? Come on. D-pad's not that bad, come on. In that grass you can really only find Pidgey-Rattata, and I think in blue and red you could find a Pikachu on rare occasion, but it was an incredibly rare find. I think in yellow you can't find Pikachus in here, or if it is, it's a very, very, very rare find. Anyway, this is Viridian Forest. And I'm here mainly because... Well, yes, actually I do. Because we have to go through here to get to the first gym town, which is Pewter City. So yeah, Mankey at the moment is not particularly useful. He only has Scratch and Leer. Leer decreases defense, and Scratch is basically bog standard physical attack. Not really all that useful. But hey, I've got to level him up. Got to level Mankey up to get up to, you know, to get some fighting moves. So he's actually useful for the gym. Let's get rid of Nidoran Male. I don't think they can poison you on touch. They have to use Poison Sting, which they learn fairly early on, I think. But there we go. Lass is defeated. And we got 90 Poké Dollars. Thank you. Up here first, because there's a Pokeball, is it? Yeah, it's a Pokeball. So yeah, I'm after one Pokemon in particular in this forest. Because there's 4 wild Pokemon you can get. You can get Caterpie, the Caterpie line. So you can, which is Caterpie, Metapod, so Caterpie, Metapod, and Butterfree, but you can only get catch Caterpie and Metapod. And you can also find the Weedle line in here, which is a difference from Red and Blue in that Red had Weedle. Red had a high chance of finding Weedle and a very low chance of finding Caterpie, and Blue was the opposite. Here you can find both Pokemon both Caterpie and Weedle fairly comfortably and fairly easily. I want to get Caterpie because we need him for because he learns Confusion at level 10, does Butterfree. So as soon as he evolves basically into Butterfree. So I wanted to use him. So we pretty much need him. And then once we've got him, then we'll be alright. And that will be it for like the first gym in terms of the Pokemon I'm trying to... the Pokemon I need for the first gym. And then that'll be it. And Pikachu's at level 10. I think we need to get them up to level... I think I got them up to level 13 for the first gym, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. It's been a little while. But there you go, Bugcatch is defeated. Yeah, those are the guys who you're mainly going to be fighting in Viridian Forest. You also want to try and you can catch a Metapod, which, you know, I guess theoretically can get you to Butterfree quicker. But if you evolve them from Butterfree to, from Caterpie, if you level up Caterpie, then one, he is going to have better stats. That's the first thing. And the other thing is that that means that when he turns into Metapod, he actually is going to have some like attack moves. He actually has Tackle. So if you just catch a wild Metapod, it's only going to know Harden, which makes it kind of useless until you can get it to evolve. But yeah, Mankey has now learnt Low Kick. Now knows a fighting move, which means we now can take on the gem fairly comfortably. Yeah, Caterpie's down. Metapod, no point. It can't hurt me, it has no attacking moves. I'm kicking a bug. Oh, the sprites, dude. The back sprites in Gen 1 don't look particularly awful. I will say that. Although, the worst one, in my opinion, back sprite-wise, is Venusaur. Like, Venusaur, the final evolved form of Bulbasaur, is it looks like an absolute fucking mess. Like, absolute fucking mess. But there we go. Bug catch is done. So, right, continue on. This is a potion. Nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. Where am I going? And there you are, you little bugger. A level 4 Caterpie. Let's catch the motherfucker. Oh god. That wasn't very effective. Okay. That was a critical hit, eh? Let's use our Pokeball. And catch ourselves a Caterpie. Again, Caterpie, Butterfree is what I want, so, but I'm only going to be using him for pretty much the early dungeons. The early game until I get myself a Psychic type. Probably, Abra. Alright, time for our next Pokemon trainer. Oh, and it's another bug catcher. How surprising. Yeah, it's... There's no variation here. It's all Caterpies, Weedles, Metapods, and Kakunas. In terms of Weedle, I don't think I've ever used Weedle in a party. Ever. I just don't think it's all that useful. I guess it's pretty good if you want the Pokemon for taking on Psychic types, because they're weak to Bug-type moves. But the thing is that there are just better Pokemon that you can get, which have stuff like Pin Missile and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, I do like Beedrill's design. It's a kind of a cool looking design, but I never use him. I always just preferred Butterfree because of confusion. And it also learns all of the powders like Poison Powder, Stun Spore, and stuff like that. So, Bug Catcher. Yeah, this one has got... Yup, Caterpie is level 10. It should be a Butterfree by now, you piece of shit. Why are you wasting my time with this shitty Pokemon? And it's paralyzed. String Shot was always a move which I really didn't like early on. Slows down your speed. Means they can get an attack in first. At worst. But, you know, pain in the ass. And there we go. think that's the final trainer. We got 100 Poké-Dollars for winning. Yeah, there's nothing else for us to find in here, so we're out. Viridian Forest is done. In a single part, no less. Have you noticed the bushes on the roadside? They can be cut down by a special Pokemon move. Yeah, won't be learning that for a good while. You need to look everywhere to get different kinds. Well, thank you, kid. I appreciate that. Here, this patch of grass, you can pretty much only catch. It's pretty much just Rattatas and Pidgeys and Spearows, and that's about it. But anyway, that's going to be it for this part. Join me next time. For the next part, we're going to do some grinding. And then it's time for us to take on the first gym, the Pewter City gym, led by Brock. So yeah, see you next time.